Okay, here we are. Here Thia is in the Seattle airport, and you want to see how much the coronavirus scare has cut down air travel. This is security. You can see huge area. There's usually hundreds of people waiting in line here to go through security, and there's virtually no one waiting in line. It's incredible. Not that I'm complaining, but wow. Okay, the plane just loaded up, and as you can see, a lot of empty seats. I honestly can't remember the last time I was on a plane, if ever, where I had pretty much a whole row of seats all to myself. So, really weird.
Trip to California, getting ready to land in Burbank. Now it's freaking real.
Hey, we're here. REI, Burbank, California.
Oh, yeah.
Woohoo! All right, Thea, start spending money. Wow. Place where every thru hiker goes to go broke. Well, hello everyone. This is Ken.
And Thia.
And today is March 14th. And we are, I'm sorry, it's actually it's March 15th. And we are one day away from the start of our thru hike. Maybe I'll bring up the date on what's happened since our last video. For one thing, both Thea and I caught colds that we're just now trying to get over. Thankfully not coronavirus, just common colds, but still, I don't want to start the trail anything but the best of health, and we're not going to be there. We're going to try and shake our colds while we're hiking. We started our journey down to Southern California, where we are right now, actually at my father's house in Bakersfield. We started down here last Monday and drove first to Seattle, where we stayed a couple of days with our son, Ryan. Hey, Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
Thanks for taking care of our dog for us and giving us a ride to the Seattle airport. The Seattle airport was where we really saw the first real impacts of how the coronavirus has affected not just the country, but it's going to affect this year's thru hikers. The airport was probably, 50% of what we're used to seeing. Normally there's an hour to an hour and a half wait to get through security, but at the security gates, there was no one there. We literally just walked right through. Our plane from Seattle was, I think it was a 150 seat plane, a Boeing 737. There were 36 people on board. It was just really bizarre. And then, of course, the coronavirus has really, it seems like every day when I watch the news, I see something new about cancellations of group gatherings and travel restrictions and all sorts of, shortages of supplies that are starting to become an issue. So at this point, we honestly don't know how the coronavirus is going to affect our thru hike. It's definitely had a negative effect on many other hikers. I understand that a lot of you, probably some of you who are watching this video right now, had plans to hike this trail this year, and you're not going to be able to do it due to travel restrictions or some other negative impact from the coronavirus. So please accept our sympathies. We can only imagine how frustrating that must be to have dreamed and planned for something like this for months or years, and then to have it snatched away from you literally in the last couple of days. So we are lucky. We're going to actually get out there and give it a try. Hopefully the virus won't affect us too badly. We're a little bit worried about being able to get resupplied on trail. Luckily, we made plans to mail a lot of our food resupply to us, but if there's a run on food, the way there's been a run just in the past couple of days on toilet paper and medications, just getting basic food resupplies on the trail is going to be a challenge. So anyway, this is going to be our last video for probably the next few days. The next one will actually be from the trail. This will also be the last time that we're going to refer to ourselves by our regular civilian names of Ken and Thia. In the next video, I'll be going by my assigned trail name, Roadkill.
And I am Goldilocks.
Goldilocks. Okay, so to wrap up this video, I'd just like to make a couple of acknowledgments, invite a couple of special guests to come in and say hi, and then we'll wrap it up, and hopefully you'll see a video from us probably in the next 4 or 5 days, actually from the trail. Okay, so here we are from left to right. That's my father, Richard, and as I've referred to in some of the earlier videos, this is the man who actually got me started on a lifelong love affair with the outdoors. Took me backpacking up in the Mammoth Lakes area when I was 6 years old for the first time, and then every year after that. And bike is a culmination of all those years of exposure he gave me as a kid. And then on my right is my stepmother, Judy. She's been kind of the main support for all of us over these years, always been there to help us whenever we need it. And then directly behind me, between me and Thea, this is my brother, Jim. Jim actually lives in Colorado, but he rode his motorcycle all the way out here to Bakersfield, California, so that he could visit with us before we went on our trail. And here in about 10 minutes, as soon as we wrap this video up, he's going to be the one who's going to drive us from Bakersfield 300 miles all the way down to the trailhead at Campo. So Jim actually has a major adventure of his own coming up here in a couple of months. I'm going to let him tell us what that is.
Okay, basically while Ken and Thea are doing the Pacific Crest Trail, I'll be doing the Rocky Mountain version on the Continental Divide Trail. I did it once on my motorcycle and got all excited about doing it on a mountain bike. So I'm going to take off and do that in mid-May. So we'll have our parents worried to death, I'm sure, as we're both out there in the middle of nowhere going up through our respective trails.
And Jim, why don't you tell them, for people that may not be familiar with the bicycle version of the Continental Divide Trail, where does that start, where does it end, and how long do you think it'll take you to do it?
It starts in Antelope Wells, New Mexico, right on the Mexico border, and basically ends in Banff, Alberta, Canada. The record for that route is 14 days, which is pretty miraculous. A guy like me, I'm probably going to take 6 to 8 weeks to do it minimum. So,
About how many miles do you think that is?
it's 2,700 miles.
2,700, so actually longer than the PCT. So even though he's on a bicycle, still a pretty epic adventure. So anyway, thanks for joining us. Thanks for subscribing. We hope to have more videos coming out soon, and we'll see you then.
See you on the trail. All right.
All right. See you guys in a little while. We'll be back this way in about 3 days. Okay. Hey, you thought the video was all over, didn't you? Surprise, surprise. There was something that happened on the way down here from Bakersfield that I thought would be a valuable addition to the video. It, unfortunately, directly related to the coronavirus and what's going on with that. When we left Bakersfield, we drove south and went through Tehachapi. Now, I'm sure most of you PCT hikers know that Tehachapi is one of the major trail towns right off the PCT. It's right around mile 500, and virtually everyone goes in there to get their resupply. So when we went through Tehachapi, we had to pick up some stuff for ourselves, little miscellaneous items we needed before we went to the trail. So we went to the Tehachapi Walmart, and here's some video clips of what we saw when we went there. This is the Tehachapi Walmart, and this is the bread aisle. So anybody who wants bread, you are out of luck. Damn. And if you wanted to buy a steak or some hamburger for dinner, you're also completely out of luck. Man, I don't know what people are going to eat. You say you want to get some cereal for breakfast? Nope. No cereal. We have a little bit left down this way, but this is freaking scary. So you can see that if now, March 15th, the shelves are as bare of the resupply items that thru hikers are going to need. What's it going to be like in 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, when the thru hikers start hitting the area and are looking for resupply? The virus is spreading rapidly, and it seems like every day there are additional restrictions, additional closures, and there are more and more shortages on things. Initially, it was just toilet paper, then it was cold medicine, and now we're starting to see food disappearing off the shelves. So I want to throw that out there so that if you are one of those thru hikers who was relying on resupplying completely off shopping on the trail, you may find that there just isn't any food available to resupply from. So if you're getting ready to hit the trail next week or next month, you may seriously want to consider trying to get food now and at least have the option of mailing yourself packages if it turns out there's going to be none available on trail. So with that, wish everybody good luck, and I'll see you on the trail tomorrow.